Computer. Hey guys, welcome to a special edition, afternoon edition of. If I knew Chris was feeling this way, I would have probably rescheduled for him. But another special afternoon edition to Pro Seller Talk Presents. My good friend Chris Green is here. He doesn't look like he's feeling too well, guys. So I give him a lot of credit for coming here and wanting to share this information with you. I know Chris is excited about merch on Amazon, and he knows a lot of good things about it, and he's going to be sharing some great stuff with you guys today. So, hey, Chris, I know you're not feeling well, but welcome anyway. Pleasure to see you again.
Well, John, always good to see you. It seems like it's been a while since we chatted, and maybe I sound a little different, everybody listening today, and it's because I do sound different. I am sick, and I thought I did an event on Saturday night, and I thought I lost my voice just from talking all day. It's happened before, but then kind of Sunday, I just kind of got worse. By Sunday night, I kind of had the aches, and I thought I'd be over it by now. I had to do an event last night, got an event to do tonight, got this event or this webinar to do, and I hate to cancel, especially last minute, especially when people register and they're setting their schedule. So as long as my voice holds up, I'll be able to tell you guys everything I know about merch. I've been in it since day one. I've seen its ups, its downs. I know its problems. It's not perfect, but I also know where it's going, and that's what makes it so exciting. This is like being the only FBA seller in an entire category, right? Like FBA, everybody knows about FBA now. Back then, nobody did. There was no competition and all this stuff. So it is a very exciting platform. I hope you guys see it the same way that I do. If not, it's okay. But it really is the passive income business model that a lot of people have been looking for.
Awesome.
So if you want, I was getting right into it, explaining what it is. We want to start from the beginning.
You could start right from the beginning. For the people that don't know you, and it's hard for me to imagine that people on here don't know you. I mean, you've been around and done some incredible things with Scan Power and the other things that you're involved with. And so I know you personally. I've spent time with you many different times, and you're just a real deal. And like I said, it's a pleasure having you here. And the people that are on here are going to get a very welcome surprise of the information that you share. You're like an open book, and that's what I love about you.
Well, I really think more people should be an open book because, you can't fake being genuine. You can't fake transparency. You can't fake authenticity. And I don't want to get into the whole background of what I've done over the past, decade on Amazon, because you can just Google it, right? So let's not waste time with all that. If you guys are interested, you can go back and Google, find me on Facebook, YouTube, all those things. We're going to talk about merch by Amazon today. And when merch came out, it first came out for video game and app developers as a way to find an additional revenue stream or help them monetize their games and their apps. Because probably a lot of people listening would say, you know what, if it's a 99-cent game, I'm not buying it. Right? Like, don't give me that 99. I would never pay 99 cents. It's like 99 cents. It's like, it's nothing compared to buying a $20 t-shirt in the game. Like, you beat the boss, and they found that people would buy the $20 t-shirt with the boss or the character or whatever it is on the t-shirt. And the developers don't care. They just need to make some kind of money on these apps because they can't just keep making them for free. So that's kind of where it started. It's very unique. I'm surprised that even got off the ground, to be honest. Considering how big Amazon is, because that's so niche. And then one day they decided to just turn it on and say, hey, anybody can submit designs, and it's going to be on Amazon. And if it's a keyword that's not on Amazon and you type it in, boom, you're going to be the only result. Like, it was a very gameable system. And a lot of people gamed it from day one. And when I say game, I mean game in a bad way, right? And all you sellers out there, I know some of you guys game it in a bad way, right? Like, you see, oh, I can do this, I can get away with this. If you're using the word game or gaming the system or gaming Amazon, I'm not here to be the police, but I'm here to tell you that's not a great long-term strategy, okay? So understand when it's time to get away with something and when it's time to push some limits, but also understand that, optimizing for each individual Amazon platform, whether it's merch or CreateSpace or FBA, you optimize and give Amazon what they want. Amazon will reward you with better search results, with more favorable, just everything about your listings on Amazon with search and all that stuff. So just keep that in mind. So merch was open. It was wild, wild west. People were uploading shirts as fast as they could. They were uploading Star Wars and Mickey Mouse designs, which of course you can't do. And some people knew what they were doing. Some people didn't. Some people have no idea the difference between trademark and copyright. I'm not going to get into that because, again, you can just Google that. And I'm doing a webinar. Everything okay? They didn't know the difference, right? So I'm not trying to, like I'd say I'm not the merch police, even though we actually do have a secret merch police group that helps Amazon enforce. But I'm not the merch police in the sense that I'm going out trying to like bust people. I want people to understand the rules so they can have lasting success with merch by Amazon. Because if you're listening to this, I'm guessing you're a seller. You got a seller login. You've got a seller account. You're probably paying the pro $40 a month fee. And that account is very valuable. You don't want to screw it up. You don't want to lose it, right? That's giving you an income stream, whether it's your only one, your main one, or just one of many. It's still valuable, right? Your merch account is going to be the same way. And if you lose your merch account, you're not going to be able to have fun with this platform because it really is the passive business model. You upload an image and this is no cost, right? Like Amazon doesn't charge for merch. They don't charge for these ASIN creations that they make. And then you upload this image, you give it a title, a price, a description. Now you have a physical product. Now it's an on-demand product. It doesn't actually exist until someone orders it, and then Amazon's going to make it. But Amazon's smart. If you have a top seller, they're going to make some in advance. They have algorithms for all that stuff. But because it's on demand, it doesn't cost any money, right? So it really is a very passive model if you can make things that people are looking for, or if you can learn some type of marketing, right, to find people who are interested in your cat shirts. Because you can just look on Facebook and see that people are crazy about cats and coffee and yoga and wine and chocolate. Like, I don't have to like be a marketing genius to go on Facebook and see what people are talking about and say, oh, if everybody's talking about this must be something that they like. I can go to t-shirt shops, whether physical or online, and see what people are buying because they put the top sellers and new releases and all the stuff at the top. And you say, oh, I never would have thought people would be buying that type of shirt. Okay, well, make your own. No copying, right? I don't want to spend a lot of time on the whole copying thing. Do not copy. But everything is inspired from somewhere, right? So take some inspiration. Say, I like how that font works. Because you know the difference between good design and bad design. Like, you look at something, you're like, that looks stupid. Or you look at something, you're like, that looks good. And you can't even tell why. You just know it, right? Like, you just know good design when you see it. So if you're not a designer, start getting good at design. Watch the Photoshop videos straight from Adobe. There's so much free information out there, as well as paid stuff from Udemy and Skillshare and and all these places. You can learn to design yourself, or you can hire a designer. Go on Fiverr or Odesk and find someone who does good work and doesn't rip off other people. Build a little bit of a relationship to make sure they're actually making original work for you, and pay them for their time. But be straight up. Communicate and say, look, this is what I want. I want this image. I want the rights to the image, because some artists are going to say, no, I own the rights to it. I'll make the image for you. You can use. And it's all just about communication. Just be upfront with what you want, and they'll come back with what they want to give you. And if it's not a good fit, find someone else. There are 8 billion people on the planet, right? And there's a lot of great graphic designers, especially overseas, who are more than happy to work for $10 an hour and make whatever you want, right? And you can find those people using the internet. So I really didn't see the, I call my merch listings royalty generating ASINs. And I didn't think of it that way, even though they already existed, right? I've been publishing books since 2011. And when you publish a book, whether it's a physical book through CreateSpace or a Kindle book through Kindle Direct Publishing, Amazon is giving you a product page. They're giving you an ASIN that when it sells, Amazon does all the work. They're the seller of record. There's no customer service you have to deal with. They will either deliver the product digitally, or they will manufacture the product and ship it to the customer and handle all returns, customer service, fulfillment, and everything, and give you a royalty. And I didn't realize how powerful that was until merch came along, and I was like, wait a minute, that's what merch is. Ooh, this now gets interesting, because how much money would you pay? John, think about it. If Amazon said, look, we will give you an ASIN. We'll give you a product page on Amazon for a t-shirt, and it's $20. And when it sells, you get $8. Like, how much would you pay for that? Right? Like, that's not something people like, who cares? I'm not interested, Amazon. People be like lining up and being like, I am very interested. Let me know how much. I want to learn more about this program. Well, the answer is free. They're completely free. Now, they do limit you. They only give you so many slots. They only let you upload so many designs at a time. And they do that because they want good stuff, right? It's just like from the seller side, where Amazon makes fees and restrictions and hoops you got to jump through to get the behavior from the sellers that they want. They are forcing designers to put up their best stuff, to put up the stuff that's going to sell, instead of putting up everything just in case somebody might want it. No, that makes the catalog look junky and crappy, and nobody likes that. All right, you want to make stuff that sells. If you make stuff that sells, I promise you will have success with merch by Amazon, and they will give you as many slots as you want. All right. So that's a little bit of the overview. I know there's some chats coming in. I don't want to leave them all in case there's some that make more sense to answer now.
Yeah, I don't see anything as far as anybody wanting you to answer. Only Claire said that had it for about a month and hopes they don't catch yours again from the
No, I don't think it works that way. Oh, sorry guys, sorry for the nose blowing, but I mean, I guess I could mute myself when I do that, but we'll see.
You're making it real, you know. That's
it is what it is, man. I get sick too. I haven't gotten sick in a long time, but I am officially sick today. So to help people get started, right? Like merch is a pretty easy system when you think about it, right? As long as you don't upload trademarked and copyright designs, you're going to have a good time, right? Now, there's two types of ways to get sales, right? There's going to be organic, which is great. Someone's searching for something and Amazon serves it up and you get sales. And you're like, this is like printing money. I like this. Or driving traffic. Now, Amazon loves it when you drive traffic. That goes for FBA sellers. That goes for Merch by Amazon sellers. It goes for Kindle authors. Amazon keeps track and they love it when you drive traffic to Amazon. You can do that through Facebook, through paid ads, through groups, through your own profile. There's so many different ways to get traffic to Amazon. It's the work, right? You got to like sit down and either spend money on ads or try to find people that will be interested in your shirt and be relevant and not spamming. I still see people tweeting out eBay links. I can't imagine anybody has ever bought an item from an eBay link posted on Twitter all by itself. Like, oh, an eBay link, let me click it and actually buy it. That's a terrible, terrible idea, but people keep doing it. But I mean, what I would do, I would recommend people is stay on top of current events, see what's selling. I mean, I've got a website, merchresearch.com. It's completely free. If you can put in a search term, and you're going to see all of the top selling Trump shirts, or all the top selling Clinton shirts, or all the top selling cat shirts, wine shirts, chocolate, it doesn't matter. Or leave it blank, press the big green button, and you're going to see all the top selling merch shirts in general. So you can see what's trending. You can see if something in the news has triggered people to buy a t-shirt that goes along with it. Because when it's in the news and people are talking about it, people want to buy something that goes with it. Not everybody does, but some people do, right? So you can sell to them. And again, it doesn't cost anything. That's the greatest part. If you put up a shirt and it doesn't sell in 60 days, merch is going to take it down for you. And some people get all bent out of shape about that. And they say, well, what if it sells like in 61 days? Well, how about 98% of shirts that don't sell in the first 60 days never sell? Take it as feedback that your design is not great. It's not converting. Don't take it personal, right? It just is what it is. They don't want that shirt. You can resubmit it if you want. No one's trying to say you can't do that. Well, you drinking barbecue sauce or something?
I had to unmute just for that alone. Hey, I told you, man, my tooth. I just got back from PPI with Chris, with Brett Bartlett and Jim, and let me tell you, that plane ride. I had my tooth, the root canal, get messed up, and because I'm on blood thinners, I can't have it taken care of right away. You got to be off them for a certain amount of days. So they gave me pain medicine. Let me tell you, that plane ride. I did a webinar yesterday, and I told the people on that webinar, I would have rather been kicked, where several times than to go through that pain I went through for 5 days. That was wicked.
Oh, probably the altitude changing wasn't good for it either.
Yeah, for the tooth, the root canal. Oh my! When you got a root acting up, not fun.
Yeah, and I've had some sinus pressure on planes, and it's just the worst.
I was popping so many pills; it was unbelievable.
All right, well, let's get back to the issue at hand.
Yeah, this is tea, not barbecue sauce.
So we've got a question here from Claire. I've been selling mostly on eBay and Bonanza. I saw this on a Facebook group. I hadn't heard of it before. I don't understand this. I'm looking at the merch page. Looks like creating artwork for t-shirts. I'm not sure where I fit in this. Well, Claire, what you can do is look at what's selling And you'd be surprised how many simple text-based shirts sell, like hashtag something, right? Uh, and say you have a Facebook group about thrifting, right? And you make a shirt that says hashtag thrifting or I love thrifting. Or you have a group about pandas. And you make a shirt that says I love pandas. Then you can promote it to your group or your audience, wherever that might be. Or you find a group that is into one of those things. You go to the admin and you offer them some kind of win-win situation to have them post about your shirt. Maybe you give them a few shirts to give away. Maybe you simply pay. Maybe just asking is all it takes. And you can find people who would be interested in your product and they're going to buy them. But Claire, don't overthink merch. It is just this simple. Upload an image, give it a title, description, and a price, and you now have a t-shirt listing on Amazon. Now it's on demand. It doesn't look that way to the customer. Customer sees this is the image or this is the shirt. I have these colors, these sizes, these cuts, men's, women's, or youth. Add to cart, and they buy it. It's all Prime eligible. It's eligible for free returns. Your $19.99 shirt, which is the most common price point for merch, and I recommend not pricing over $19.99 unless you can look someone in the eye and justify it and say, no, my shirt is worth more than $19.99 because if you can, great. If not, $19.99. You're going to make $7.68 doing nothing. You sell 100 shirts, you made $768. And Amazon did all the work. Like they're storing the blanks. They're running the printers. The printers that these things are printed on are called DTG, direct to garment printers. They cost $500,000. They take 3 people to run, and we get to use them for free, right? Like what it would cost somebody to have merch by Amazon capability to do it by themselves as a startup is close to $1 million, right? And we get that for free, right? So take advantage of it. See it for what it is. Right now, it's just t-shirts. It's going to expand into other things like hoodies and visors and all kinds of other stuff. It's merch, short for merchandise. It's not tshirts.amazon.com, even though right now it's just t-shirts. All right. For most sellers, it's just going to be t-shirts. But it will get bigger. It will get better. Anybody who's listening who has applied and doesn't have their account approved yet, John, I think you're one of them. Here's what I can tell you. It should be sometime in March where they release a new application process. It's going to be kind of lengthy. All right. So if you don't have any t-shirt designs anywhere, if you don't have any websites where people can see that you claim to be a t-shirt designer, if you don't have a website at all, and if all you have is a Gmail address, right, you're probably not going to get in, or you're going to go to the end of the line. Okay. Because if they say, show us a picture or send us a link to stuff that you sell, if you're a t-shirt designer, that shouldn't be hard. That should be like 1 second. Tab over, go to Teespring, go to Gear Bubble, go to Zazzle, Cafe Press, doesn't matter, right? So when this first came out, and I was super excited about it, people were saying, God, Chris, why are you so excited about this? Like, print-on-demand t-shirts is not new. I'm like, oh, I know. They're like, what about Teespring? Why don't you get excited about Teespring? I'm like, real easy. Teespring is not on Amazon search, and it's not Prime eligible, right? So when you give me print-on-demand t-shirts and now make them available for Amazon search, which is like the second largest search engine after Google, and Prime eligible, now I'm interested, right? Because I want to sell a bunch of shirts. I don't want to make a Teespring page that I got to funnel all this traffic to and make less per shirt and all this extra stuff. People can still do that. And if you can't get into merch, I would recommend doing that. Take your designs. They don't have to sell, but get them on other channels. There's a link on the side of merchresearch.com, says other POD, print-on-demand sites. It's got like 12 of them listed there. All it's going to have is a few different dimensions, all right? And I've made like a PDF that has all the dimensions for each different platform. So if you're working with a designer, say, look, this is the image that I want, and I want it in these 8 different dimensions. That's really easy for a graphic artist to do, right? You're just going to change the dimensions and send it over to you. And then get your stuff up. All right. So take this as kind of the litmus test about how serious you are, because I've been working with Merch by Amazon sellers for about 1.5 years now. And I can tell you, the ones who wait and wait and wait, and then they get approved, and then they're like, now what? Drive me nuts. Absolutely nuts. Because you can do a ton before you get approved. If you're not willing to do anything before you get approved, wait till you get the account and then say, okay, now what do I do? I don't think you're going to have such a great time. I don't think you're going to see as much success. So I'm trying, kind of saying that to call people out, to be like, if you are excited about this Merch by Amazon opportunity, which I think you should be, I think more people are going to find more success with Merch by Amazon than FBA, right? Because FBA takes capital, takes work. It's difficult to scale if you can't hire somebody or get more space. Merch, you just need a computer internet connection. That's all you need. You can be anywhere in the world and run a merch empire, right? This is the true sit on the beach business. It's finally here. FBA was close, right? You could have like outsourced the prep and ship. You could have outsourced the automatic removals. You could have kind of hired other people to do the FBA side, but it wasn't completely hands off. Merch can truly be hands off if that's what you want to do. Hold on, let me mute myself. All right, I'm back. I know people must have questions about this because I don't want to oversimplify it, but I also don't want to overcomplicate it because it really is a simple platform. And so Kit asks, she has my course, if it's still up to date. I think it's definitely outdated. If you just read through the merch FAQ and resource pages, you should see all the updates. They've made, no swearing, no bad words, which at the beginning, you could make whatever bad words you wanted. So there's been some changes, and probably the biggest changes are the limits on uploads, which kind of makes sense. You log in, you only get 2 uploads a day. Hey, that's 2 more than somebody else, right? And if you think about it, that's over 700 a year. So if you think of it that way, it sounds a lot better than just 2 per day or 1 per day. So see it for what it is. Take advantage of it. Understand that someone out there has 0 uploads per day, right? So be happy with that. And John will send you the replay if you guys need it. All right, so I guess some Q&As are coming in. I'm a panelist, so I guess I can see it. All right, great question from Paul. I do get this question a lot. So merch and the Amazon Pro account run separate. I mean, if I sell a merch shirt, I would see a sale on my Amazon Seller Central account. They are completely separate. However, if you sign up for merch with the same email and login that you use for selling, you won't be able to change it. They will be tied together, even though the platforms are separate. I expect them to update that at some point. For that reason, I recommend using a new Amazon account. I personally use my buyer's account for merch because I don't see any problems with my buyer's account. Amazon likes that I buy a bunch of stuff. But you will not see merch sales in your Seller Central account. Could you one day? Could they merge merch with Seller Central? It's possible. I'd like to see more options to promote and sponsor products. And right now you can't. So either they add the ability to sponsor products and promote under the merch dashboard, or they bring merch under the Seller Central dashboard and do it there. Which one they'll do and when they'll do that, I don't know. And Paul says, I've seen Facebook groups complaining. Yeah, that's all they do is complain. Everybody in my group complains all the time. And I just don't get it. But getting suspended all the time, claiming their designs of their own, but still not getting activated again. What's the best way to cover your back? And also, if you get suspended, that means your whole Amazon account will be suspended. No, it is separate. If you get suspended on merch and you're selling, you're not going to get suspended on your seller account. They're completely different. But I'll tell you this, and I've got a seller background, guys. I've been working with Amazon for like a decade, and Amazon will say that nobody gets suspended without multiple warnings and without notification in their seller account, right? You go from green to yellow to red. You get the emails, but you're not reading them. Actually, I got an email today from an order from like 5 years ago that I need to go in and respond to, or else I'm going to get dinged. What was I saying? Oh, yeah, no one gets suspended, like for no reason, out of the blue. Like there's always a reason. And on Facebook, you only get one side of the story, right? And all of a sudden, when someone says, there's nothing wrong with my images, but my keywords say Kermit the Frog and Mickey Mouse and Miss Piggy, like, well, that's why. Well, that's not right. Well, sorry, you don't understand how this works, but that's why. So remember, there are always 2 sides to the story. I have yet to see somebody be completely suspended or have their account closed for absolutely no reason. Never seen it. There's always 2 sides to the story. Go back up to Claire's comment. Do you have any instincts how long it'll be to be approved? I would look for that new application process in March, Claire. I don't know if it'll be early or late March, but I know they're working on it. And I don't know how many questions it'll be, but it should be pretty lengthy. Not in like take half hour to fill out, but it's not going to be like click 3 boxes and get a merch account. Which is why I recommend everybody listening, if you're excited about merch and you want to get in, start making designs and put them up on other platforms right now, even if they're not selling. So you have something to show Amazon and say, yeah, I do sell t-shirts. I do make my own designs. So when someone looks and they're like, okay, yeah, I like this guy. So don't put up Mickey Mouse shirts and Star Wars and all that stuff. Put up original artwork. They don't have to be great, right? Don't think you have to make the best t-shirt ever, right? You just have to have something that's going to help you get in, okay? Claire asks, is it better to give 3 color options on the shirt or more? Amazon's advice has been to go with max of 3. The max they let you have is 5. There is a psychology that more choices leads to indecision. So if there's too many choices, the customer's not going to buy. But don't be afraid. Just put up a black shirt. Like if your shirt looks best in black, leave it at black, right? Not every design looks great on black and white, right? Depending on the colors, it might not look good. So don't think I have to have black and white. I mean, you could have 2 different designs and 2 different listings, one on black, one on white. So just be intentional about it. Don't think you have to do something just because you can do something. Like I get 5 colors, so I should list 5 colors. Well, not necessarily. And think of it this way. If you can sit there and justify it and say, yeah, there's a reason to have this in blue, then put it in blue. But if you can't, then don't put in blue. More is not always better.
Hey, Chris, real quick. I have how familiar are you with Zoom? I'm not too. Oh, I'm still learning it. But when they raise their hands, I don't know what to do. Have you ever used it before?
I mean, I've used it. I don't know what raising hands. So like what the participants are raising their hands.
Yeah, it says raised hands, and I don't want to be ignoring them, but I really don't know how to. I've asked other people too, and a lot of them just say, you know what, tell them to put it in the Q&A if they have a question.
I don't see the raised hands. I don't know if it's because I'm just a panelist.
Well, it's just a thought. I didn't know if you knew anything about it.
No, I mean, I got the chat and I got the questions, and I can see you, but that's it.
Okay, we'll continue.
All right, so Holly asks, how do you get shirts printed if not on a merch account? Well, everything that we've been talking about is what's called POD, print on demand. So when you put these images up on other sites, it's these sites, these companies that are making the shirts when the orders come in. So they've invested in the printers and all this stuff, and they just need the designs. So if you can upload designs as well as send them some traffic, they're happy to make the shirts because they've got excess capacity on their machines. Right? They want to keep those machines running. When those machines are running, they make money. When they're not making money. So they're like, hey, I'll make your shirts for you. Right? Send me some traffic. And then you split the royalty or you split the profit on it. So every site that you use is going to have, some type of royalty split or fee structure where you're going to see at this price, you're going to make this much money. And, sometimes you price your shirts at 0 royalty just because you want to sell shirts. Sometimes you want to make money. Sometimes it's, you gotta compete with other listings. And be at a price point that's gonna get some sales. Yeah. All right. So Claire asks, just to confirm, I applied 2 months ago. Well, I need to reapply in March, sometime after the new application. Claire, I would. All right. So just be patient now. They have a huge backlog of application. When I say huge, I don't want to say the number because they've told me some stuff in confidence, but it's bigger than you imagine. I promise. But when the new application comes out in March, I think the sellers or the designers that have a good application are going to get approved pretty quick, right? Because someone's going to look at it and be like, yeah, Claire's legit. She's in, right? Because they're going to set up the application process to make that decision easy for Amazon, right? They don't want the work, and they're going to look at your first uploads. And if you're uploading trademarked and copyrighted stuff, you're going to be gone super fast, right? So they have adjusted over the last year and a half to make the platform what it's going to be moving forward from the wild west, which it was, to a more stable platform. So it's okay to say merch isn't perfect and even complain about it and be like, yeah, this and that. But at the same time, it should be pretty clear where this is going. And I think a lot of people should be excited about adding this as an income stream and still sell an FBA, right? Still do whatever you guys like to do. But merch could end up being a big opportunity either for you if you're listening or to someone in your family right? To someone who's going to school for design, and you know, you're like, that's great that they're into design, but how are they going to make any money? How about merch by Amazon, right? A lot of people just don't know about these things. So Amazon will reward the people who can create, right? And that's something that really hasn't been talked about recently. But if you can create, whether it's art or words or audio or video, podcasts, movies, books, it doesn't matter. Amazon will give you a way to make money, whether it's self-publishing books and distributing Kindle and uploading videos and uploading podcasts and uploading art designs for merch, t-shirts and hoodies and all these things. And you can stay at home, or you can be on the beach with your computer and upload designs and manage your little empire just from a computer with the internet connection. And I'm really excited about how many people are going to find success with this, because there's so many creators out there who have been told that creating is not a practical way to make money, right? And 10, 20 years ago, it wasn't. But today it is. It's very practical. I would much rather be a creator right now. I would much rather be good at painting and Photoshop and all these things than to be good at some other skill sets, right? The creatives are gonna reap the rewards in my opinion. I mean, time will tell. So, Holly asks, how much would you pay per design by someone you hired? You got to pay what the design's worth. I think if you go less than $10, you're probably gonna get pretty cheap stuff. If you pay $10 for a design, you sell 2 shirts at $20, you're gonna make $15, right? So don't have someone make a design that you yourself don't even believe is gonna sell 2 copies, right? Like, if you believe in the design, get it made. If it's a good design, if you're like, I really want to make this one good, maybe you're paying $40, even $50 a design. Pay what the person's worth, and don't get stuck. And I see a lot of sellers do this. They get stuck with, I don't know what to pay, so they never move forward. Right? The market will take care of it. If you're overpaying, you're going to find someone who will do the same work for less. Right? If you're underpaying, you're going to find out you're getting crap. Right? Like, the market will will sort itself out. Do we need to do trademark and copyright formally? I'm not a lawyer, but there are some details to this. If you don't copyright your stuff, I mean, you're copyrighted automatically, right? Like David wrote this book, right? And it's copyright, but we did not file copyright on it. So if someone copies it, we can have them take it down because they copied our stuff. I can't penalize them. I can't say you owe me 50 grand because you knew it was copyright, right? Because I didn't file copyright on it. So if you want that ability to punish somebody, you have to copyright ahead of time, right? Which a lot of people don't realize. And they think by the time someone's copied it and they haven't protected it themselves, that they're going to have this big payday from suing somebody. It just doesn't work that way. Or they get all bent out of shape and they're like, I'm going to get them for the 2 shirts they sold, and they're going to spend hundreds of dollars in legal fees to collect $14. And I think that's a complete waste of time as well. I get that it's frustrating, but you guys need to be practical with your time. I would recommend finding a lawyer. Pay the lawyer $100 for a half hour. Write down all of your trademark copyright questions. Find someone local and have an appointment and talk to them for $100 for a half hour. You'll keep yourself out of trouble. I promise. Actually, we should make a bank of trademark lawyers that people can hire. Even just to talk to, because I'm not a lawyer. I can't give you guys perfect legal advice. Here we go. Paul says, I'm a partner at a bar. Can I upload the logo of the place and sell t-shirts via merch? If so, how would direct staff and customers want a shirt to buy one? Just give them the link, promote the same link on our Facebook page. Paul, exactly, right? Like, I don't have it with me. It's out in the car. I used it at the presentation last night. But if you look for t-shirt frame on Amazon for $30, it's an outline of a t-shirt that you put a t-shirt in, and it's a frame. You can hang it on the wall. And underneath, you can put a sign with the Amazon link. And if you want to have a cheaper one with no royalty attached for your staff, you can do that and keep it unlisted so nobody can find it. But if you're a partner in a bar, I want 100% say, put the logo up there, and underneath say, wear our shirts on Thursday and get half price appetizers, right? Like, give them a reason to, 1, buy the shirt, and 2, to keep wearing it, because they're going to think half price appetizers, that shirt's going to pay for itself super fast. Well, yeah, but now they're coming in every Thursday. And yeah, you're losing $3 on the cheese sticks, but now they're buying 4 beers. They're bringing their buddies in, and now you're the place to go. So that's what I want you guys to think about is you have this power. Merch is power, and you have to decide how you're going to use it. Right? Does that make sense? Paul, I like the way you're thinking. You're on the right page. You can use that what you're saying, promote it on your Facebook page. Absolutely. Right? You can lower the price. Normally it's $20. You lower it to 15. Say, hey, today only it's 15, guys. And that way you don't have to have a closet full of shirts in gray, blue, black, white, all these things, and men's, women's, and youth sizes. Forget it. You don't want that. You want to sell beer and appetizers and all this stuff at the bar. You outsource all of that. So it's all on demand. So you get the benefit of it. You're going to get the brand recognition. You're going to earn some royalties. You're going to have a cheaper, faster way to get shirts for the new hires. Like this is what we have available to us. So take advantage of it, and just keep thinking creatively about it, because there's surely a ton of ways that I haven't even thought of to use Merch by Amazon.
Yeah, Paul, just make sure you don't give Chris a shirt, because that half price drink thing, I mean, him coming in there.
I'm not a big drinker, but I'm wearing a merch shirt right now. I mean, this is, I'm wearing an old Scam Power logo shirt. I mean, I have probably 30 merch shirts here. Oh, my voice held up, John, but we're at like the 40-minute mark. I got to rest it and then go again at 6:30, I think.
You on again tonight?
Yeah, I'm going to Connecticut meetup.
Oh, dedication, guys. What I want you to see from Chris too is this guy's feeling happy. You know what? And he's still committed to go out to these events and continue to help people. Just grow their businesses. I mean, his dedication is beyond over the top. And everything I've done, a lot of what I've done, and Chris will tell you this, I give him credit for a lot of it. Chris is the one that told me, if you want to go out there and you want people and you want to help people and you want to get exposure out there and get people to know you, go out there and start answering questions and start helping people. He told me that about 4 years ago, and it totally has changed my life. And I thanked him on the air, off the air, in person, everywhere, because it really is something. If you go in there and just share and be honest and give good answers and bring in people to help other people, it'll change your life.
Well, John, before I hop off, we do have this special offer. I don't want to exit out here because what I've been talking to people about is sell, create, or support. And if you understand how Amazon works, you can either sell products, or you can create products, or you can support people who sell or create products. And that's what I did with merch. I found a graphic designer who had great looking stuff on a different platform, and I messaged her. Actually, she had a phone number on Facebook, so I just called her, right? And I think I took her by surprise, because people don't call anymore. They text and email, and that's it. So we've worked together for about 6 months now, and she makes not royalty free, but she gives you the commercial license for the graphic packs that she makes, so that you can use these artwork assets as you make your own merch shirts. And before anybody says, oh, we're all just going to have the same merch shirts. No, that's not the idea. We're not saying put a cat on the shirt as the main image and put cat at the top. No, use the cat next to it and have a little ball of string and a bottle of wine and say, cats and wine, are my happy place. I don't know. Make up whatever you want, but you can use all these assets commercial free for your Merch by Amazon designs. I know a lot of you guys are probably not designers. That's probably the thing. You're like, this sounds really great, but I'm not a designer. How am I going to make a shirt image? I mean, I don't know anything about Photoshop. Well, there's an app called Over. It's only for iPhone and iPad, but it's awesome. If you don't have an iPad or an iPhone, I recommend getting one just to use this app. There's really not a great Android alternative. If you don't want to use the Over app, Photoshop is $10 a month, right? It's cheap. If you're not going to spend $10 a month, then merch might not be right for you. But Over is free. They do have some paid upgrades, but you can use Over. You can import fonts. You can import all of the images that you're going to get from this graphic pack. And it's got a 10 video series showing you how to use Over, how to bring in the images, how to resize them, how to change the color, how to fade them, how to turn them, like everything that it does, so that you're not overwhelmed and sitting there like, wow, this is great, but I don't know what to do. All right. And they're short videos, right? They're not really long. We have to spend a day going through these. Nice and short and sweet. Go through it. It's all screen shared from the app. And if you still have questions, I mean, reach out. There's plenty of Merch by Amazon groups out there. We'd be happy to help. And that guide that I told you about, the social media guide, that's included. So if you're sharing on Facebook, you're sharing on Instagram or Twitter, you're going to have the right dimensions for that, and you're going to have the right dimensions for any of the other print-on-demand platforms. So it's a great little package. It's a special deal. John, you've got the link to it. It's discounted just for this special offer. Everything that you get when it's sold separately costs a lot more, but this is an exclusive offer. This link only exists here. It doesn't exist anywhere else. A special offer just for John's audience. And yeah, John can post it here. We can email it out to you guys later. But it's, I mean, if you imagine what you would pay to get this many, 1,400 images with an extended license, plus the video series and all that, you would pay a lot more than $39. And so John's got the link over on the side. Yeah, whenever I tab out, it almost makes me like want to quit Zoom.
Yeah, I posted a link up for you guys in the side.
It's on the side. If you guys don't see it, maybe you're on mobile or something, just message John later. I'm sure you can post in your group or anywhere, but it's yeah, this link doesn't exist anywhere else. It's the first time that this combination has been offered. So John, I'm gonna rest my voice like 2 hours.
Yeah, get some rest.
Give it another shot in in Connecticut here.
I'll bring you back on here again when you're feeling better, because there's a lot more stuff that I want to talk to you about. Because I want to talk to you more about, and I'll do it more on a personal level, where writing a book. My wife wants to write a book, and I know that you've done those type of things, and I'd like to get your opinion on maybe even helping her do it. Work as a team.
Oh, sure. Writing books. I mean, like CreateSpace and Kindle, actually moving CreateSpace into the Kindle platform to make it even easier to publish digital and physical at the same time.
Yeah, she's got a great concept.
Yeah, do it. Doors are opened when you have published books. I promise.
Well, it's more like children's books, but she's got a lot of people that she's read her stories to that say you should publish that. So she's finally, after all these years, thinking, well, maybe I should publish it. Especially when our grandkids are finally saying, "Grammy, you need to write that book." All right, Chris, I'm going to let you go. God bless. I hope you feel better. I'm going to say a few things here to the rest of the people and let you get out of here about my upcoming webinar that's coming.
Yeah, sounds good, John. Always good to catch up with you. You guys have any questions, reach out to me or John on Facebook. And anything you guys need, like replay links or Gumroad links, just reach out to John. He's got them for you. And yeah, we'll chat again. We'll chat about CreateSpace. We'll talk about Kindle. We'll talk about custom. Amazon is just so wide open. Once people understand the perfect platform for themselves, and then go all in on it. So I think what we should be doing over the next 6 months is helping people find their perfect match platform. And for a lot of you guys, I think it's going to be merch. So if it is, spend some time looking at it, understand it, and get ready to go all in on it.
Okay. Pleasure, Chris. God bless. Take care. I'm gonna end the meeting, guys, but I'm still gonna be here. You can hear me.